I'm Carrie, Bristol too.
I'm Posh from Bristol as well.
Nicola, Bristol too, obviously.
Just Bristol.
VVS, Bristol.
Rev, aka Cabes, Bristol.
And I'm Miss Empress herself. And I'm Crystal and I come from Bristol. Right, so basically I'm just going to give a short little talk about what this is about. So as you can see, we're an ethnic, diverse cast of people. We all come from different backgrounds, we're all different creeds and colours, some lighter, some darker. So basically what I've done, as most of you should have seen, I've posted up a poll of topics that I want you guys to choose for us to talk about, and you chose D, which is social pressures. Now social pressures come a far way through. It comes from wanting to be a certain way to thinking you have to be in a certain way and hurdy. So, how are we kicking this off, guys? Who wants to go first? I think we should start with Rev.
Cool for it. Right, me personally, social pressures, I think, right now, for me personally, is children. I got a lot of children, and they're on to me about bare goods.
Yeah, mine too.
They're expensive.
Yeah.
They're expensive.
And they expect it.
Yeah.
They expect it.
Old behaviour.
That's how it is.
No, but the thing is, when they expect it, they don't. These children nowadays, they don't think about where
It's coming from.
it's coming from. Do you understand me? They just think we make things appear, and it's not. It doesn't work like that.
Okay.
Yeah, they do.
The thing is, do you know what? We're not all parents on this panel.
Yeah.
So for me, I feel like social pressures is coming from social media and peers on road of people and the way people feel like they have to look, have to dress, have to have money to have this bag, that car, that shoe. Hello?
No, but yeah, but social media plays a massive part in
That's
it.
the biggest part of it all.
It's a massive part. It's the biggest instrument.
All this TikTok malarkey. It's mad. Man, you banned from TikTok.
Am I you back from
She's
TikTok?
fucking like 12 years old. She's banned, man.
I just don't even.
Why do you ban them from TikTok?
Yeah.
Because for one, the lyrics on the tunes are most of them is like bare swearing
Yeah, it
and
is.
fuck that nigga, fuck all that. You're not bouncing around to
But
that.
that's on majority of social media
No, do you know
now.
what?
Yeah, but man,
TikTok
you're not on no
worse.
social media.
TikTok
What,
is
Snapchat? None of that. No
I
Insta.
agree.
No Facebook.
It can
It's
be,
just,
but it's worse.
you know, WhatsApp with your friends and a bit of Roblox. Like,
But Roblox is still. Do you know how many people message your child on Roblox? They could be playing with a
looks like you got a
24-year-old.
private thing going on with that still.
So you got the private thing.
Private thing, man.
I rate
Yeah.
it. I rate it.
They say I'm too strict though.
No, it's not even strict. You got to be safe nowadays. You got to be safeguarding your children yourself.
Yeah, but they
You're
don't know
not
you're
doing
looking
it.
after them. They can think what they want. They don't know any better.
Well,
So
children think they
let
know
them
it
think
all.
what they
They
want.
think they know it all the time.
Yeah.
Yeah, we
Yeah,
grew
but from
different.
what I
though.
see,
Definitely.
from my own aspect, maybe, like you said, not everyone here is a parent and stuff like that. It's like, yes, apart from social media being the major problem that we have, I think it now goes back into like personal upbringings and sort of personal society or personal community around you. Like, what are people that were older than
Yeah,
you
because
doing?
that can exasperate you
Yeah.
whether or not social
Yeah.
media is involved or not.
Yeah.
Do you understand? So sometimes it ripples from that. It's like if you're putting your kid on a certain pedestal at a certain age, then yes, you're going to have that social pressure problem because now you feel like you can only be looking nice when you got that.
100%.
As for me, I don't care.
agree.
Do you understand? Yeah, I've come here and a guest, but this is a private gym.
No,
No,
but
I will
it is-
mix and match
That's,
everything.
listen, come
Do you
on.
understand why? It's just how do I
Wait there.
feel?
This is as the loungewear. You think I care? I mean, as the loungewear, yeah?
Sorry. Who here's got children?
Me.
Alright, cool. With this now, yeah. Who here has bought their child something very expensive like designer? You know what I mean? Something like that. Really?
Yeah.
Do you know what the oldest one?
No, we all have.
Definitely.
We all
But
have.
you know what? What's made us do that? At a certain age. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Once
It's
they
social
pass a
pressure.
certain age, but up to a
Hang on,
certain age,
hang
you've got to try, up to a certain age, you've got to try and curve that. It's like, obviously, my oldest one, I've got 5 male children, the oldest one's 15,
5 lads.
the oldest one's 19, yeah, and the
Yeah.
youngest one is 1. So you see all the younger ones, no, I don't do that, no, I don't. No, not even really trainers. Their trainers are nice, but they're not like those.
Nick,
they're not-
no, Nick. You are not making your kid run around in Spider-Man training.
No, I'm not.
Trust.
Maybe not so much the shoes, but I try not to start that habit. Like obviously my oldest one is 19 and when I'm rewarding him with something, yeah, alright, it is usually a designer thing because that's what
But why though? This is
Yeah,
where the
that's what I want.
Because
social
that's what he wants, and
No,
that's
because it's the social pressure.
Yeah,
I mean,
it
do you know what it is? When I was younger, I wanted certain things. My
Yeah.
parents couldn't get it for me.
Yeah.
So if I'm able to give
But you
some
want
of
to
those
accept
things
it
to
as
my
well.
son or to my daughter,
I feel that
I'm going to try and
sometimes
give
as
it to
well.
them.
You wanna make it
Because-
better.
Do you understand what I'm
Yeah.
saying? If you don't want to give your kids better, but that's social pressure.
But you weren't
Yeah,
spotlighted.
yeah,
You weren't spotlighted like your kids are. So your clothes and shoes and that wasn't. It was amongst your like peer group, yeah, and you was influencing each other. But now, it's everywhere.
different.
Alright, let me drop a different angle. What you think? What you think, Vic?
That's walking in
Like
school
we grew up
and
with
that,
our own
someone
kind of
just
style
like,
innit, from where we were from.
do
Like,
that,
you
but
know
you
what I'm
know-
saying? Like,
One of those.
now you go on
I
social
think it's a
media.
big thing, yeah.
Like if you look at the style now, everyone's got the same type of style because everyone's it's all on social media. That's what you're going off of now. Innit? Where before we're just going off our own surroundings, innit? You go
Yeah,
Bristol,
yeah, that's
people
true.
dress different. You go Manchester, people dress. You know what I'm saying? But now it's not really like that because it's all coming off of social media. You know what I'm saying? And that's the pressure.
Yeah.
As well, you know what I'm saying? Like you got little kids that are like
Yeah.
10 asking for Balenciagas and stuff
Yeah,
like
yeah,
that.
yeah.
It's mad.
Yeah,
So that's
it's
high
mad.
fashion. You know what I'm saying? High
Balenciagas
fashion
is a
not meant
month's
to be
rent
for-
and a half.
You know what I'm saying? Like not them requesting it
Yeah.
anyway. You know what I'm trying to say?
Yeah.
Like that's mad.
Yeah.
But that's from social media.
But there are much younger children. But there are much
Yeah,
younger
yeah,
children
yeah.
and things like that. But that their parents are choosing to buy them that. So it's them.
Exactly.
Nah, I don't agree.
And one thing I was
I
going to
think
say is another way of looking at it, or another way of covering that sort of by nature is if you tell a kid to. Sometimes people just spoil their kids for no reason nowadays. Do you understand what I mean? You just randomly. But I remember when I was a child, growing up in Nigeria. Yeah, listen. I'm gonna be on the first 5 for me to get an ice cream. Do you understand what I'm saying? Like, there's commitment to the ice cream, like literally. But right now it's like, oh, your kid could even do bad, and you're in flipping high ends buying them something the next time.
That's
Yeah.
so.
It should be more of a reward. It should be. It should be
You're right.
a reward for lifestyle.
As a non-parent,
Reward and nice lifestyle.
I want to ask you
things,
guys a
innit?
question. So, obviously, I know some parents, before when they give birth, they dress the child the way they want to dress the child up, a certain image, right?
Yeah.
As the child grows, kids are not stupid. They're very smart. They pick your weaknesses and they use it to their advantage.
100%.
So now, at what point does obviously you being a parent, because I can relate to what she's saying. I'm from Ghana. This is basically the same.
Literally, yeah.
I can't get something until I have done something like significant
As a
like,
reward.
as a reward.
Yeah.
So at what point does maybe your child comes and says, oh Dad, I just see this, maybe all the boys are wearing on and what are those and all that stuff. The point is, I can say I want something, but they'll still tell you, listen, no, you are not them, and we are not
You
their
can't even
parents.
say nothing.
So is it because some parents just allow it, or they just like?
It's because the parents are like that, I think, as well. And it's like, I use that line a lot. I'm not so-and-so's
Generational,
mum. I'm
it's
not such and such's
generational.
mum, because I see some things that I'm not willing to do. And I'm like, I'm not thingy's mum, I'm not. And they're just like, yeah,
Listen,
well, I
it's
wish you were.
generational.
Yeah, but everyone's different. Everyone's
Yeah.
different. Everyone's different.
But alright, check this. Back in the day when we were younger, our mums wouldn't allow us to go to school looking a certain way. Why could our hair not be out? Why does our clothes have to be ironed? Because of what reason? Because of what people would say.
Yeah.
Yeah?
But that's,
Does that not
that's-
fall under some form of social pressure?
Yeah, of course. But it's
Not so much that,
But
because
why-
you just don't want your child to look unkempt.
Yeah, but that's different. That's like,
that's a bit different still. Because then
Yeah,
it's just like
that
something
affects
going
on you as a parent.
yeah, you're
That
not doing
affects
your
on you
normal
as a
duties as a
parent.
parent.
that's from your household. You know
But
what I'm
what
saying?
if the
That'll always be there.
child or person is well fed, bathed, clothed, but their hair just isn't neat,
And
but
their
their
clothes
clothes just
are
isn't ironed,
wrinkled.
but they're completely kept well at home. Then what?
Yeah, but there's nothing wrong with that.
But if you can do all of that, how can you forget tired? I don't get that. Let's not do that. How you gonna forget to brush your hair? How are you writing down everything and you can't even brush your hair? Like, what's that? Nah, then you definitely, that's social still, same way.
Do you understand what I'm
That's a joke too.
That's some organization disorder and stuff.
This is,
Yeah.
Social definitely goes further than social media. Though.
do you understand? It's
It's
people.
further than social media.
It's
It's
people.
just social. People.
Society
100%.
pressures.
People put you
It's
under
true.
the most pressure, and that's what social is. Social is anyone other than yourself, as far as I'm concerned.
Of course, because like let's say you have a child now, your child is of age to go to school, right? Secondary school. You as a parent, let's say the child wakes up at 7 here until 8 o'clock to walk to school. That's the time you have with him in the morning. As soon as he leaves the house outside the door, he belongs to the streets or whoever he's gonna associate
Belongs to the
himself
street.
with. You understand? So he finishes school at 3, walks home maybe 4 o'clock. Like he comes home, plays on his I don't know wherever he's gonna do homework. Normally they're gonna stay at home. I mean in their rooms without actually spending time with you.
True. Yeah. I get
So
you. I get you.
the time you have with your children, maybe it's limited during the week. Now, if you look at the weekend, you might want to take them places, but at the same time, it's you, like the time for yourself.
Yeah, no, but the
So-
child. Listen, the child that you're describing is
Yeah.
a teenager. Do you understand? Because before children are teenagers, they actually want to spend time with
That's
you.
yeah. That's yeah.
Do you understand? Like they
I
want
was
to come.
eight still,
Like there was a time
Yeah.
when my little kids they just say, "I want to come with you, daddy."
Yeah.
And now they don't really want me to go with them
And it's
again.
so
They're a bit
sad.
older now. Do you
I was
understand?
saying
Like,
from
remember
5
my
to
daughter and I got my arm around her. She's
About
like,
that,
"Dad,
yeah.
get off."
Yeah.
That is social
It
pressure.
is.
Yeah,
Because
it's
they don't just want their friends to see them.
Yeah, because a lot of them aren't ready. A lot of them
Do you know
aren't
what it
ready,
is?
but it's their friends.
How did anyone? Sorry, to see the kid thing, it gets long. But what I'm saying is, when did my son say, "I'm not going to town with you, mum"?
It's the time that
It hurt
you
me.
realize
Yeah,
his
it
boys
is
were like,
hurt.
oh,
Go with time with your
what's
mum.
my
You know
mom?
what I mean?
Yeah.
No,
but your friends are like,
No, my son's 16. My son's 16. But what I'm trying to say is, even my 8-year-old, I'm like, I'm gonna go shop. What shop, mum? You see, as long as it's not a sweet shop.
Yeah.
Oh no, I can't go. I need to do my hair. I need to get dressed properly.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's mad.
You see what you're saying, yeah? It's like going to uni for the first time. There's going to be everybody there. There's going to be people like 18, 19-year-olds to 20 who had the freedom. There are going to be some who were kept at home strict.
Yeah.
Now, if I met Posh now, we're going on holiday. All I know is my parents go. I go holiday with my parents, but she has that like privilege to do that by herself, solo travel. So it's the same thing. Now I'll come home like, oh, we're not going to Barcelona. I don't want to go with you guys anymore. Like, I feel a certain type of way because now I feel like I'm grown, like I'm matured enough to do stuff.
But this is how the pressures change your mindset. Because once you get to a certain age, you see something different. You're like, I need that.
It's our surroundings, isn't it?
Do you
Like,
understand what I'm
environment.
But
saying?
even like my man, he's pressuring me now because I feel like I gotta go sign up for the gym. It's everywhere. It's everywhere. It's choking.
It's like I'll say to him, like, oh, you look big, just like that, like it's you still, like it's still a feeling. Whether we are 5 years old or like we still
It
get,
still goes
like, either
on.
way, it's gonna be there.
It's
It's
just
not
like,
human nature though as well.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
not always-
but
It's a
human
human thing.
nature based off of when
What-
did that come into
Yeah, but
play?
to be honest, then that's like doctrine and television and things like that. If you're gonna get
So
deep,
this is
if
why
you're really gonna
I'm
get
saying.
deep, like,
Yeah.
that's like television adverts. That's like walking around and seeing billboards. That's just like
Exactly.
literally every day being, you know what I mean?
Yeah, but
It's
I feel-
subconscious,
yeah,
isn't it? It's
Yeah.
like all the time.
All right, then. So let's bring it here. Let's bring it here. This is to everybody. How does these pressures affect us individually? So let's go through the people instead of. How does social pressure affect you?
Just
Oh,
my
you get-
pocket and my children, really, to be honest.
The pocket in your children.
Yeah, man, they drown holes in my pocket, bro. I got enough of them. So.
But what about you, V?
They don't, you know.
No?
Jeez.
Come on.
Shit, yo.
Really?
Is this how you're
No,
moving?
I'm just me. Remember, like, I've been away for a long time, so that whole transition, that when it came into like all social media and that, I didn't catch it in it. So for me, it's just like I'm like rah, like you know, I'm seeing it from the outside.
Yeah, no,
And
but
it's just
Errol,
like-
you
and
know,
I
you said you was
think
away
it's
for a
like-
while. So when you went away,
Yeah.
certain clothing lines was
Yeah, I
even
was just about
out.
to say, you know,
But you've come out and these clothing lines and you were
The
wearing
jeans
them.
are still a little bit wide
I
when
heard
you
that.
when you
Yeah, where's the book?
Boom cuts, So I must play a part because you're still trying to keep
Yeah,
up.
but it's not something that like
Bothers you.
like ruins my like.
I get what
it's-
you're saying.
I'm not on that chase.
Exactly.
I'm not on that chase. So,
So,
if I got nice clothes, I got nice clothes. That's
Babe.
what it is.
Yeah.
What
I'm not
what
on
go
that
for the
chase.
J's then?
Word.
What's
Come
going
on,
on
you
for
got-
the J's?
He's
Huh?
feeling
You got J's
good
on
in
there. Why? Just tell me why.
I like them.
Okay, but
I like
out of
J's.
any other trainer,
Yeah.
why Jordans?
I just like J's. Have
Have you always
got a
liked
thing,
them?
Not always, but I just got a thing for J's right now, and this is what it is.
So you haven't chose a trainer based on the fact that you've seen other people in them and they're trending, so I feel like I need to wear them.
Nah,
Because I have. I don't. Has anyone else? I have.
Oh, when I see that makes
Of
me
course,
not
but that's
buy
not
it.
pressure. That's not pressure. Though.
But it's not
I can
pressure,
see
but
something.
still-
I can see something on someone and say, "Yeah, I like that," and buy it, but that's not pressure.
But what I'm
I
saying
don't.
is,
I don't buy something because I feel like, oh, I have to fit in. Like,
all right, let me
I-
reword the
like-
pressure then. What I mean is social influence, social pressure, social. Like, all right then.
Yeah, of course, that's influence. Of
All
course,
right,
it's influence.
because you see
100%.
me, if I don't have the
100%.
money to buy a, all right, let's go for my favorite trainer. All right, everyone was into the vapes, yeah? Everyone, a Vapor Max?
Ah, yeah.
See, if I never,
Yeah.
they're not my favourites, I like an Air Force,
You should
but
love them. You see a pair. You had a pink pair. So you had a pink pair of Vapor Max. I was like, what's going on
but
here?
this is what I'm saying, when they're trending, I was like, oh, I want a pair, and then you feel like if you can't have them, then I was finding the money to get them because I wanted them. They were.
Yes,
They look.
100%.
You know when you're walking down the road and you're like, man, they look good. You're like, thanks, man. It is still a
Doing a
pressure,
bit
even
of
if you don't
overtime
feel
in
like
life to get
it.
to the thing.
Okay,
But
how
there are
do you
also
say
some
that?
things that aren't for you and you
Because
don't
we
like
still-
them, and it's like sometimes if too many people have got it, it makes me feel a bit sick. Like I just think, oh, I would never wear that because
Oh, yeah,
you know them Balenciagas, like the
Yeah,
black and white ones. Jesus
That's
Christ!
not
How
unfair.
many more people's
That's
gonna buy those? Like
I would
no,
buy a
everyone's got
pair
them
of
on. Like,
socks.
come on,
So alright, let me ask, alright, Kerry, because you've been the most quiet. How does any type of social influence pressure affect you, being a white female, especially in inner city Bristol? Let's hear from you.
I think. Do you know what? Let's say my For You page, like the.
You got what?
the For You page. Like
I
the
thought you
business
meant
page.
what's that page? The.
Don't say OnlyFans.
What's for you?
I think that coming in.
What's for you?
I don't even know what you call it.
What's a
like,
For You page?
Like the main page, like the inspired page, like say
Oh,
based on
motivational
things you
page?
like you know,
On what
Instagram.
platform? Okay, right. I didn't know that. I didn't know
Oh,
that.
okay.
Yeah, yeah,
I didn't know that.
like all that kind
I
of
was
stuff.
2K years old.
So like for me, I'm in the gym at the moment, so I won't say that I feel pressured because I feel like I've kind of fortunately missed that step.
This
like,
is the age
I'm
thing as
out
well,
of
yeah,
that
that's why we're all
generation
saying this,
thing
yeah.
where I feel really pressured, where I look and I think I need to look like that because I don't. Because let's be realistic, 2021, it's a lot of plastic surgery. It's a lot of filler. It's a lot of this. It's a lot of that. That's what it is right now. And I've got nothing against that, but it's very easy. I can understand for a lot of people to look at that and feel like younger than me and feel like that's what I need to look like. But thankfully for me, I feel like I skipped that. So the pressures.
But you are going to the gym now.
Yeah, I'm going
So
there.
and that is to keep.
That's for me. It's mental as much as physical for me.
Okay.
Like it's a double bar. It's not I'm
It
looking
can
at a
be
body and I'm
personal.
thinking I need to look like that.
Yeah.
It's not that for me. Like yes, I want to look better, and that may be influenced by people how they look on Instagram.
Okay.
It may be based on the filter they've used.
This is what I mean, because if you're on social media like that, you're going to, you might even end up
Yeah,
beating
it's-
yourself
it's-
up, like, because on Instagram, you're just seeing, it's you can just get lost.
Yeah.
But at the same
It
time,
happens.
I feel like
It does happen. It happens.
Yeah, it's
No, but this is what
You know what it
is.
is?
A lot of
Hold on. Let me tell you this. You see me, I am going to be honest. I think I am one of the strongest minds I know personally because of my own experiences. But here's the thing. You see when I'm looking at Instagram and I'm like, oh, I wouldn't mind looking like that. So I'm beating myself up in the gym thinking I want to look like that because I think it looks nice. Not because of
Yeah.
what I
Yeah,
think
yeah,
anyone
yeah.
else wants me to look like.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
so that's a pressure in itself.
yeah.
But then I look
doing that
at
to
it and then I'm
yourself.
going gym and then I'm like, fuck it, I'll be fine. Like I'm done.
Because gym's horrible.
It's fine.
It's not even just that.
I don't want to do it no more. Get me a donut. I'm fine.
But
Food
like,
much
the
better.
people don't like. Let's say like that's my line of no. I would say work. I did like sports science. A lot of coaches they don't care about health. A lot of people just finish straight to the pub, drink a lot of alcohol. Some of them even
Yeah.
drugs.
Yeah.
The point is, anything that we do in the gym, it can translate to real life situations. Basically, if you can plan to do stuff and leave at a certain time, that should be
Like
discipline.
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 Exactly.
Yeah.
I can go to the gym to work just to release stress.
Yeah.
What I get on the outward appearance, I may not focus on that. But it's like buying a TV and you get a remote. That's
Like
a
a
bonus.
bonus. Like
You understand?
Yeah. You
But
know you'll get
there are
that as
people
well.
also who, obviously, whatever lifestyle they had growing up, traumas, they have a lot of low self-esteem. So therefore, they might see, a lot of people see me like, oh, how did you get that? A lot of guys are in the gym, they eat to get big, then later try and cut to be more defined. I am naturally like that.
I
I
heard
don't
about that
have to, but
recently.
how do you get it? I'm like, listen, don't watch what I'm doing. I can give you my training, but
Yeah, it doesn't make
it's not gonna make you look like me.
Yeah.
You're
You're telling
different.
me I'm
Yeah.
naturally fat. Is this what
Oh
you're saying?
no.
And like everyone's genetics. is
Sorry.
different. And gym itself is a lifestyle. Do you understand? Like,
Sorry,
it's not
bro.
like people do well.
What were we saying?
Sorry.
One person talk at a time.
Yeah, we
Okay.
should have one person.
Sorry
at a
guys,
time.
right, we're
Sorry,
gonna
peeps.
take time with that, right. So I want to go down this end of the scope because Mr. VVS has been a bit quiet and he owes us some talking time because he was late. So in your line of work, because you do a lot of management, music management in the Bristol, and I love it and I respect it highly, but what type of pressure do you feel like that puts on you as a person in the community?
A lot of pressure.
Talk.
No, it's pressure in it, but it's just like
Pressure from where? In the community. If it's pressure, why do you feel pressure? What do you think?
No, it's just
A
pressure.
lot of the youths look up to you because they think you're
I don't know.
I think they do.
You're the
I
gatekeeper.
personally
You're the
do.
gatekeeper.
Gatekeeping.
You're the gatekeeper. Come on, because all the
I'm
youths
just
in there,
being
they
managed.
know you're good with bounce, and they know that he is.
No, but I don't mean that. That's my mentor.
No, but they know that is a connection.
I said the
But that is a no, because that's what he is in his profession. He's got to manage somebody to get them to elevate.
So this way,
to the next level.
he's in the spotlight of social media
Yeah,
heavily.
that's why I'm kind of
Am I?
putting that
No,
together.
fucking
You are.
I'm on
Oh,
it.
yeah, definitely is. Yeah.
But I feel like if you've got the
No, I know.
title management, which you have underneath yourself,
Yeah.
that's putting yourself in a light that is to be looked onto.
It may not even be directly either. It may be just like how you feel your artists need to look.
Yeah, even that.
Or how
Yeah,
you
but
need
you know
to
what?
perform
Do
in.
you know what it is? It's sorry to cut you. Do you know what it is? It's like I'm still learning. You know, like I jumped on this on a raw thing. You know
And
what I'm
respect
saying?
it, yeah.
And it came my way, and I've taken it, and I'm here. I mean, I feel like I'm doing a lot. Maybe just because I've only started March 2020. So yeah, it's a lot to deal with, but it's working. It's happening, isn't it? You know what I'm saying? Things are going. I probably feel like I could have been a lot faster, like a lot quicker with things. But like I said, I'm learning, so I do feel pressures because of that. Because I'm like that. I like to just jump in the deep end. That's how I work, innit? You know what I'm saying? So, but doing that, yeah, it does.
It's not been the greatest year for you to start though.
No, it's not.
Big
Yeah,
up
but at the
to
same
you,
time,
big up
at the
to
same
you.
time, it's been a blessing though because it gives time for like artists to build and
Yeah.
really plan what they want to
Think
drop when
commercial,
everything all the walls come down. You know what I'm trying to say? Yeah. So, yeah.
Do
Like
you know what it is? I'm sorry to cut. I feel like you see the only way to put anything forward or to start anything is to just do it.
no,
You understand what I'm
100%,
saying?
100%.
Because think of this, we're all doing this. You all respectfully accepted my, invitation to come on this.
I just kicked
I
in
don't know
the
what I'm
door
doing.
still. I didn't. What's going on in here?
It was a quick response though. Like,
Yeah.
Come on. The gatekeeper.
I got introduced to KB not long ago, and it was like he was so positive. He come in and he was like, I've got a lot to say, and I want to be here. You see that kind of positivity. I welcome it 100% because anyone who can be here to be here is good in my book. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So for me, that's a big deal.
But it's a good thing though because
Yeah, give it a round. Give it a round.
yeah, like you thought of it and then you went ahead with it. People can think like, ooh, what are they gonna think of me? Like, what are they gonna say? Is it gonna flop? Like, how long is it gonna go? And then boom, it drops.
So again, social
So,
pressure.
Exactly. But at the same time though, I feel like, I don't know, even though there's social pressure, one, before we go out, it's the house that we are brought up, we grow up in. What did our brothers and sisters show us? What did our parents show us? Because believe it or not, they also have friends in their social circles.
It starts from the beginning and then
It starts, and they also charity begins at home. What did we pick up? Like, do we like Africans? Like, even a good example, like she's Nigerian, Ghanaian. A lot of people say Ghanaians are laid back, and Nigerians are like just boom out there. But at the same time, if you know a Ghanaian, they can be so very dangerous and quiet.
Yeah, I know Ghanaian. I know.
Dangerous and quiet. Yeah, but that's laid back though.
Yeah.
So it's just laid back, but it's just like, and more times like the things like maybe she would just be like, oh, I'm gonna do. I'll just like wait, hold on. I want to be logical and then think of why.
Do you think that's culture or do you think that's individual?
I think it's a lot of individuals because at the same time I met a lot of different Ghanaians who are crazy. Like they just like
You know
think
what?
and just do.
I feel it's culture. Do you know why I say it's culture? Yeah, because okay, a British Nigerian is different from a proper
100%.
Oh, come on. Yeah. When you're
So
talking
it's
about
like-
that, when you're talking like that,
For a
yeah.
proper Nigerian, they get the whole culture, the community, the environment. You soak it in, and you got the biggest. They call it audition. Like nothing
Yeah,
got
like
pierced
nothing
through your
can
skin.
pierce you.
Literally, you go stand for
Shake
it.
it off.
That's how you're trained for it. So it's like, where I come here now and then I go somewhere and then I hear no. people are expecting me to be sad about it. Hey, no.
Yeah.
It's part of it.
Yeah.
Because from Africa, I've been doing this since I was 18. So I've already had the understanding that people will always say no. So when I come here, even if it's a white person that says no to me or a black person that says no to me, I just feel like, yeah, I gotta go back and work. I gotta take my idea somewhere else. Simply.
Just simple. Yeah. Come back.
Nah, I read
and
that.
try again.
That's just so I feel like, but I've been here where I'll have to like cajole my friends. I'm like, no, you can't think you're not good enough. And I'm thinking, but what's giving you that crazy idea? Do you know what you've done? But they're telling me you don't understand, and I can clearly see I don't flipping understand. And then when I'm reacting in my own way, they don't understand why I'm reacting like that as well. So it's like, yeah, so it's just, I feel it's culture as well that comes into play. I had culture shock when I came. I had their culture shock. Do you understand what I'm saying?
How old was you when you first come?
I was like
It's a good point.
19.
19.
Oh, that's a big age. That's a big age.
Yeah.
It's a good point because like
I finished school quite
Yeah,
early, so by then I was actually done with uni. Coming here to do my
That'll
masters.
probably
You see
be the
what I'm saying?
hardest
So
time.
it's like,
Yeah.
it was crazy.
Yeah.
So it's like culture shock was there. It's like, mom, thanks. Those little things, like even when you're coming down from the bus, like I was sitting like, what are you doing?
You say you
Let's
come,
go.
You say you come here to finish your masters.
No, I came here to start my
To
masters.
start your masters.
I'd already
What was the
finished.
education system? What was the difference like?
Okay. First of all, yeah.
He just started killing it.
First of all, yeah, listen, like in terms of how many courses you actually do or subjects you actually do, yeah, that one cracked me up. So what I was doing in like three semesters here, I probably done in one semester back home.
Oh wow.
And each lecturer is giving you their own assignments on each day, and you've probably had like 7 lectures. So you're trained to actually be on your feet. And you're trained to actually get things done without the resources being given to you. So,
Yeah, because British people are lazy though.
so they will give you an assignment to go
Not
to
lazy,
the
but
head
they've got all the
Resources,
It just
resources.
gets given to you. Like, it's
So
just
the
like,
own behaviour.
That's why
Own
some of the people
behaviour.
don't
This
use
is
it.
why.
Because we live in the Western modern society, innit, where all of these things are there for us to
And we're all
utilize.
kind of coming from the same place, like I think.
I saw-
I didn't think any of us are that heavily influenced in the same way as younger people are. That's why I said about the age thing. I think for us, it's different. I don't think for the younger ones, it's definitely the social pressure thing is
It's
much
more social media.
bigger.
It's more social
Not
media.
us. I don't think with us we're all a bit more. We're all kind of saying not really.
We're
Yeah.
accepting
Like-
of what we got.
Yeah.
Nah, I was a different
But if you
person
look at it
when
this
I was
way,
younger
like,
though. Let's be real.
It's a generation that
Yeah,
is
but
grown. They're gonna get to a
now-
point that
But the time was different when you was younger
I
to what it is now.
feel-
Do you understand? This is what I'm saying.
Oh,
But even like, all right, then you're bringing the African kind of ethnic side of it. Who's Jamaican other than background other than me, right? You're Jamaican. You are. Where you been?
My mum's Shasha.
Okay. And
So with the like Jamaican thing,
yeah.
I think that no, but it's funny. You know what? It's funny. 'Cause you see, like,
Sorry.
how big is the influence? Like, how big is the fucking influence?
Of
Like,
what?
oh my, Jamaican culture. Like, oh my
It's
god,
big, it's
Jamaican
And even
speaking
people-
expectations.
even the
Of course
music
it's big.
like-
But the lowest level of principle when it comes behind it, like,
What do you
but
mean, like-
Jamaicans in Jamaica aren't like they are here.
Lowest
Like you
level
were
of
saying.
principle, how you learn about?
Because
Because
They-
being Jamaican and being upbringing, you see principles as
Yeah.
and having morals and manners and respect.
Yeah.
That was drilled into me.
okay,
Do you understand? So when you're talking about having those type of principles,
that's what I meant. Yeah.
that's thoroughly rooted in Jamaican culture.
But
having manners and
I
respect.
think I think that's cultural because I think every person, because not even gonna lie, I didn't think, Kerry, no disrespect, white people didn't come in and say hello. That wasn't a thing. I didn't know that to be a thing. But my white friends have said if she didn't say hello to her nan when she walked in, her nan was finding her to bust her in her head.
Okay, but the difference is, I know a lot of my white friends. They might go home and their mum's there with their brothers and sisters, and they say, "All right, mum. All right, Dave. All right, Pete." Do you understand? Now, when my children see my siblings, it's all right, uncle
Yeah.
or
Yeah,
auntie.
yeah,
Do you understand?
yeah.
You show the respect in the way you greet them. Do you understand? I just
100%, yeah.
and I think that's down again to certain me believing that to the Jamaican culture, the way it's drummed in, having that respect. That's where that comes from. But obviously, with the Africans as well. But you see, with the Africans, this is why I get a bit different. No, wait, listen. This is why I think it's a bit different because the Jamaicans, they do drum in the respect, whereas I think with a bit more of the African people now, they drum in the education.
Both.
Education.
You want some? Do you understand?
Education.
Make sure the education is key as well. Like, I don't think Jamaicans really get us to be into that.
Hold on. Who's mixed heritage? Nick?
Hovis.
I think that.
Speak. You're mixed.
I think there's more respect amongst the African culture than the Jamaican culture. 100%.
I agree.
Yo, like I've got African brethren and they couldn't do certain, you know what I'm saying? It was peak for them, even at a big age, you know, like, and that's common, like at a big age. I've seen it, you know what I'm saying? So obviously Jamaican culture ain't got that much respect. I wouldn't say there's respect amongst like nanny and this and that and like stuff like you just said in school, like, but it's like there's other things that could be in place and things might be better for them kids. You know what I'm trying to say? That's what really it is.
I think with mixed cultures, I think it can be conflicting sometimes. Like I think sometimes it depends. If there's like a mixed culture and then one side is one way and then the other side is another way, it can conflict, and it depends on which side you spend most of your time with. Or if it's completely split down the middle, like I know some people they're sort of much more on weighing on one side than the other, but then it depends. Some people are a bit of both.
When they're from mixed heritage.
Yeah. So and then it depends again on what that is.
But do you think they find that change that balance within themselves? Because I know I've got certain little cousins that's grown up with their mum on the white side, and when they've grown up as children,
and then they feel more comfortable on the black side.
When they grow up, and then they start,
when they make the decision for themselves.
Hold on, light bulb. So, in terms of social pressure being mixed heritage, did you feel pressured to be more one-sided than the other? Let's go there.
No, I don't think it's pressure. I don't think it's pressure. I think it is literally what it is. Where you are.
Did you
No,
ever?
but I can see that it could be a problem. I can see that it could be a problem.
This is what. Alright, go.
Me personally, I haven't, but I can see that it could be like. I know people that's felt like that. Not long ago, someone has said to me, "Yo, like, you know, because the way I speak or whatever, people think that I'm not." You know what I'm saying? And I know that person is like fully cultured.
Yeah.
You know what I'm trying to say? But it's like, so yeah, I guess it does happen. But personally, like, now man, I've got my white side, my black side. You know what I'm trying to say?
Have
like,
you never had? Have you?
my mum's mixed race, so she's got like where her mum's black and her dad's white, innit? So it's more black. My family.
I got some relatives. I got some relatives that are of mixed heritage, and when they was younger, not now, but when they was younger, when they would be around their white cousins, sometimes they would say racial things, but not really. Like I tell you what happened once they said she couldn't be Barbie because she's too dark. Now, I don't think they said it in a racial way, but it was just things that just happened. And she got quite upset about it. Do you understand? But now, as them being older, that wouldn't be said. But as a child, sometimes, as a child being of mixed heritage, you might get certain slurs coming from either or. It happens.
It depends on how you're made to feel though as well, doesn't it? Because obviously, if both of your sides are accepting of you, but
you grow up and you learn yourself, don't you?
I don't think it ever comes from the family though. Like I've got mixed race aunties, my granddad's mixed race. So I've got like I've got two completely different sides, and even my aunties have expressed to me recently, like I was never white enough to be white and I was never black enough to be black. That's a bit disturbing.
Because you saw yourself as black?
Yeah, you get like, it like...
But can I say...
Go on, yeah, go on.
So, what do you class as black? Because see me personally, I class all shades of black.
Yeah.
We all face the same type of pressures as a black person.
A lot of people
mixed
do.
race, light skin, you're all judged the same. You know what I'm saying? Like
you'll be mad
we all
to
got
know
the same fight. So it's kind of offended. Like
you feel offended by
like
people
when,
not feeling
like
like you are.
if you say, oh yeah, but you're not like me. If you want to get technical, I'm 3/4 black, 1/4 white. Yeah.
Okay.
So it's like. I'm like, my mum used to say to me, you're black, like, you know what I'm saying? And when I used to say, when I was a kid, same thing, because I'm at school, they're saying, oh yeah, you're 3/4 this, or you're half caste.
They would break it down.
My mum would go mad, like, you're black, what are you talking about, you're black? You know what I'm trying to say, like, because that's what it is.
Mixed race still.
Like,
No, because she wouldn't want you to grow up and be
My
confused.
mum's mixed race still.
No, my mum's mixed race and my dad's black.
So what
time-
time is that the times again?
My
do you think?
dad's
Like
black,
the times
my
of
mum's
when you was
rich.
at school compared to kids that are
Which
at school
side
now?
was the
Yeah.
2 months?
Because they just don't come up
Same
with
as
that.
that?
now,
Yeah, it's more
They're not allowed.
culture, yeah.
The same as me.
Even though West has got culture in it,
They're
now,
not
I'm
allowed
not trying to say it's a bit mad,
to
it's different.
But if you look at it this way,
Treat
he was
people.
asking like, what is black? So Americans, African Americans,
Yeah, they
they don't think Africans.
They got
are
all
black.
different terms, haven't they?
No, Americans.
Yeah, but Americans.
No, Americans. I'm sorry, but Americans are very.
You know what, let's not,
Like,
That's a completely different conversation.
So in the terms of black, like a lot of people like literally like define it so differently. Like he's black. Do you understand? Equally, going to Gloucester University, like you see black guys playing rugby, and you're thinking, damn, like, on the outside, but
Yeah.
at the same time, it's mad.
I love rugby, bro. What's wrong with that?
So it's
I was
like,
part of the rugby
a lot of
team.
people see black just as a skin color.
I was on smoking
But
school.
then it's your way of life.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
But has no one
How
ever
do you
been?
get pigeon booked? Like, what is it, pigeonholed, or like, so you look a bit weird doing that because, like,
This is
in
why
your head,
you took that out of my mouth. Yeah,
I didn't know how to say it, like-
no, that's right, that's
You know
right.
what I mean?
Because like even the way, like one of my clients, like I do hair, and she sat down. She speaks so well, and she's always expressed to me because of the way she speaks, she gets told you're white
Yeah.
because of the way you speak.
Yeah.
She's got
Which
as
is
much
stupid.
melanin as you.
It's just mannerisms. That's it.
Yeah.
That's quite
But she's
insulting
been
to say
probably
that,
being
you know.
told
and
that
nobody
by
feels the way to say
small-minded
that.
black people.
People say that as a joke.
To tell her client
Do you
that
understand?
that's white.
By someone small-minded enough to say you're white because of the way you speak.
White, which is
That's it's
That doesn't
stupid.
define your race.
That's
Like,
bad though, isn't it? But that's pretty
Your race is
insulting.
your race. Like, you
Yeah.
can't get away from that. That's your race.
Hold on.
Cultures
Sorry.
are different, innit? Like everyone, you could have a black person that grow up in like I don't know, like Northwest, Hartcliffe, or whatever, and they might sound a bit different, but doesn't mean that they're not in touch with what they are, their race. You know what I'm saying?
No, do you know what's crazy?
That's
though?
right.
Do you know what's crazy? though?
Fucking names.
My mum grew up in No West.
Yeah.
My mum grew up in No West. She
Yeah.
got ran down the road called a Gollywog, this, that, the other. And then when she moved to St. Paul's, they were like, move, you ain't about down there. You're not getting out. You're from No West.
Fuck off.
Hey, but, do you understand? Like,
Mad, yeah, that's a pressure right there.
do you understand?
You know what I'm saying? And that's the truth. That does happen. You know what I'm saying? That's a pressure right there.
That is a
Like,
lot.
if you're not from the ends and you come to the ends and you're black, yeah, you will. I don't know about now, but back in the day, you definitely will be looking
It's not
for
even just
different,
ends,
innit?
it
Like,
is anywhere.
you're
You
not-
go to any
you're not-
area
yeah.
and then you move in, you're a bit of an outsider.
Yeah,
It
it's like
takes
it's
time for
almost
people to
just like,
accept you.
If you're not from ends, then you can't be black, which is dumb. It's a dumb statement, but that's
So
almost
bad,
what it's
innit?
like. You know what I'm trying to say? Like
I can see where you're
people
coming
from that's
from.
not from the ends and that
I
are
can see
black
where you're
have
coming
been
from.
have been treated like that. Like
It's
you're not,
changed, but
like,
it's
you're not the
still
same,
there.
which is
It's
mad.
still there.
It is still, yeah, no, that's what I'm saying.
At the end of the day, it's all about your household anyway, how you grow in it. You know what I'm saying?
I can see it. I can see it.
Mad.
So I have a question though, like obviously in terms of like for the parents here and just us as well. How would you advise a younger child or even anyone like to deal with social pressures like
Good question.
in a
That's
way
a very good
that
question.
wouldn't
Great
affect them?
question.
Yeah.
Well, like from how do we advise them from like a
So,
social
like,
media sense
yeah.
or just in general?
Like, in
What
general,
mind
for
your
yourself.
business?
I just tell Michael to just sit and know what they want
hard.
to do. I just try to keep telling them so hard. Do not let anybody influence you. If you like that and they're taking the piss out of you because you like that, stand your ground.
Yeah.
Because if
you're
you
right.
don't,
That is what I say.
you
That's
will be
what
the
I say.
dickhead. Never mind feeling like the dickhead because you're not following them. That you will be one.
But do you know
Try
what?
to be your own
You know,
person.
Nicola, hands up in the air is
Yeah.
one of the people I know that will do that. Hands that I know that about. You'll do that more than me. I ain't gonna lie. I'm like, no, babe, fix your hair because they're looking. Like
Yeah.
you will be like, go with your hair like that. Don't
Yeah.
worry about. Like I rate it.
On
rate it.
purpose.
Yeah.
On purpose.
Yeah.
Just because I think.
Yeah.
That's what I was saying earlier about everyone,
Yeah.
wearing the
That's
same
all-
thing.
that's all.
I'd rather just go against it, just because everyone's doing it.
That's why I want to wear my space boots. Yeah.
I've always told my
I want to see these
to
movies.
the-
Like, I can't.
Each to their own. I truly feel like society made that happen in it, and somehow like your mind. Obviously, fashion evolves in it, and you adapt to it or whatever. But that there is just like. I mean, the longer it's been, I have like more like accepted it more, but I wouldn't wear them.
Do you know what I've noticed today? The main thing with social pressure, with like space boots and everything, it's the need to have something new.
Yeah.
I think it's attention.
I agree.
Like, it's
It's the need to have something new.
It's attention,
Yeah?
innit? Like-
Why- every year there's a new iPhone and people are like, I got my new upgrade. Like, do you understand? Like,
And it doesn't do anything more than the last one, and you you just feel like
and this is
such
what it
a
is.
fool.
You get all of these rich rappers and that they want to wear something different, something new. So they buy the ugly things because no one else ain't got them. But then everyone else sees them wearing it and think, oh my god, that looks nice. I'm gonna get a pair. And this is what it is. It's a need to have something new.
But that's what I'm saying. That there is a following thing. That's a following thing.
Even when
What
you get
just
something,
said, that's what.
And that's what you gotta try
They
to teach
bought
your kids
something
not
new.
to
They
do
bought
that.
something different because they wanted something that no one don't have. Something ugly, and then everyone make it into fashion.
no, but hear what it is
That's-
now. Hear what it
that's
is
what I'm
now.
saying,
You will go by last season's thing. You will go by last season's something, and somebody will come up to you and be like, "But that's old. That's last season's."
Yeah,
thing.
but then
I got the
that's
new
what I'm
thing,
saying. So
and then you're gonna feel a bit
You know, I just
how I
realized
react
kind
if
of
I follow
jumping
what they're
through
saying.
topics.
Then
because it's social
I'm used to
pressure.
it.
No, but I'm saying, alright.
It doesn't have to.
But you know
like if
what?
someone said that to you, you don't have to like conform to what they're saying.
No, you're right. You don't have to
Yeah.
conform, but a lot of people want to be accepted and want to be liked. Like, don't get
Exactly.
twisted. People say I don't care, but people want to be liked.
Subconsciously, like we can all say,
But it does
we don't
depend on
care
your
about
strength.
it.
You see, if one of my friends gave it to me and said that, I'd be pissed off. If they said, that's, I'm wearing that.
Sorry, I have to highlight
No,
what
but
Dom
you're
said.
Pissed right off.
Hold on,
okay, but
listen.
then again, if they come up to you like, oh my god, that's new, I like that, you know, that's the new thing. You're like,
nice.
"Shut up."
Hold on. Highlight what Dom just said. 1 second, I beg you. Highlight that. What you just said.
Oh, I said like, even if I was to say something to you, like, I don't like you, you're really hot, all of that. In front of me, you'd be like, yeah, I don't care. But maybe subconsciously, as you're walking, the power of the mind is so powerful to the point that like.
I did, I thought it just now, I thought, oh, you don't like it.
And that is what. In this place, they don't just happen like that.
Yeah.
You're right,
It goes over
though.
time.
You will
You
be.
stand up and look in the
That
mirror.
seed
Yeah.
of doubt.
You will, yeah.
Like, oh, I don't like the way you wear your hat. I don't care. But then the next day, I'm like, ooh, let me twist it a little bit.
See what it looks like different.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
Yeah,
So-
still, the mind's a fucking thing.
It is, and it works differently on all of
This
us.
is what I'm saying about
So-
the doctrine thing. That's why all of the pressure's
So
kicking
you-
anyway.
Oh, right.
Doesn't matter. Do you know what? You're always gonna have pressures, yeah. And at the end of the day, as adults, we're all gonna have pressures, but it's how you like work around these pressures, club around them things. You get me? So as long as you just show your use that you can work hard,
And that doesn't have
and you
to
have
mean that
a
you're
have a bit of
pressured.
manners and respect about yourself.
Do you know what? Let me
You're
just
the
ask
fuck you
something for
want,
the parents.
and I'm about to fuck you on.
Let me
innit?
just ask something for the parents a minute because I feel this pressure. I feel pressure sometimes that I have to look a certain way so my kids' friends don't run them. About me. No, you understand?
not even that,
No,
no, anyway.
because it's
No, I get that.
What?
Listen,
Alright.
I remember being a child and saying to my son, my friend, oh, look at my man's mom. Oh, like, you understand? I don't want like.
Nah, but
You're right.
But listen.
I feel pressure. I feel pressure. I feel pressure sometimes.
Nah.
It's like going to like
I can't just like.
I knew someone that were right.
I know, but
But then again, that's just normal against the man then though. Because what if you run up as a man
Stop
with
now,
the
you're
other
making us
14?
sound old. Stop saying shit
But
like
we
that.
are.
You can't say
Even,
that.
yeah, because the man them, even your friends are running. Yeah, but you, it's a social pressure with my friends. It's
So you're
not like
always
with
gonna
you.
have it. You
It's
might as well
always,
just
yeah,
accept
but
that
you-
you're gonna do it.
Comes from
You're gonna
everywhere.
follow the fucking fashion. You're gonna follow the trends because you are.
All right, let me
Just-
hold this. Let me hold this.
Don't get thinking about it, innit?
Who here, honestly and truly, in your heart, we're big people, who feels like they have some time in their adult life fell under the social pressure?
Yeah.
I'm putting 2 hands up.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that's
Yeah.
No,
Like I said, even now, we don't wear our old school
Yeah.
jeans.
You're gonna.
We don't wear our old school
Feeling
jeans and
it
jeans that are
is
hanging
saying
around.
no.
No, I guess you do in some.
Of course you do. You ain't got a new era hat on
Yeah,
now.
you can't say that.
Remember the old eras and everything that you ain't got that no more.
If you're not succumbing to it, and
No, I'm saying I
when it
guess
comes
you
into
do,
your
but
head,
it's not
you
like it's not
push it
that
out.
great. It's not that
Yeah,
great,
no.
and that's just me personally.
That's what I feel like I
Doesn't mean
do. I try to fight
But we
against
can't
it. If I
blame
find myself
ourselves
thinking
for
certain things,
Yeah.
I
Like,
do
it
that.
started from
I
young.
won't let social media control me.
No.
I'm not
of course
doing it.
not.
I'm
Exactly
not
that,
doing it.
yeah.
Let
Some
me
people
take
But
you
at some point in the end, you're gonna mold yourself to it in the end though. You get it,
We're
like.
lucky in that
No.
though.
You
Go
know
on,
what?
Carrie, let me hear
Yeah.
Carrie. Let me hear Carrie. Go on.
I was just gonna say, like, I think we're lucky in that us here, the age group that we're
Yeah,
in,
but this is what
we're
I'm
lucky
saying.
that we can detach
We're
a
old.
little bit.
yeah.
We're all
We
30
can
and over.
detach from the lifestyle everyone else is living. We can be like, okay, that is good, yeah, but I'm not gonna go and break the bank for that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We
You
can
don't
kind
need
of
to break
snap
that.
away from it. Whereas I feel like younger generations, they feel like they don't have
They
that
succumb
option.
to it. They
Nah,
literally-
sometimes
they
you
fall
do.
in
Nah,
love
do you
with
know what?
themselves.
Let me do a couple bars of truth. Do you know what I did? You see, Dubai, when it came out, yeah, Dubai's always been there.
I know,
But
innit?
it was the biggest.
When I can't smoke ganja.
Just hold on.
Reason it just stopped.
Oh,
I think
Can I
sometimes
get a drink?
something happens to the
Yeah, I need a little juice as well. Nah, but the team's cracking on.
As soon as
I swear there's just one mixer with it. What do you?
I got the triple.
Can I get the
Can I get the strawberry?
Remember my cup? Hold on, pass my cup.
Yeah, Martin. I don't know where BB has to go. Yeah, nah. Yeah, mine's the biggest. Yeah, thank you. No, my I don't even mind. But nah. Yeah, it's not 5 minutes.
Wow. Even now that I'm here, my dad. Yeah, bring it. I just stretch my neck.
I'm not why. Come on, look where I'm sat. I need to.
Hold on a minute. I think that
I need to stretch. I need to stretch. I know we're still playing. Sorry, people, but we all need to stretch a bit. We've been there for a minute.
Hold on. Everyone, 1 second. Is it
Is
live?
everyone ready?
Yeah, come.
Yeah, but that one's still cracking on. That one's still cracking on.
No, hold on. You can edit that out.
Nah, don't edit out my thing.
You could have got him back.
Well, that's a lot of pressure.
Let's do it.
We completely just cut out, you know.
Yeah, that's mad.
Do you remember what you were talking about?
Yeah, I know. I was telling my story, but half of our cast members just ran off.
Should we talk about it?
Social pressure.
No, I need to tell my story.
Just talk about ourselves for a minute.
Yeah, that's what I want you to do. That's what I want us to come next. Are we on, Kate? Are we live?
No, not yet.
Alright, cool. You two, hurry up!
Okay.
I'll just tell my story and then
They're
KB, you
rough,
can kick
they're
off
rough.
with yourself.
With myself.
Yeah. Do you know what it is? Someone messaged in and said they can't hear when everyone's talking at the
Yeah,
same
they
time.
said that
Yeah, I know.
too many people talking at once. And someone said that they have a problem with the fact that it's to the side. But I was like, obviously everyone needs to fit in, so can you turn your phone? And she said that she was on a laptop.
Okay, turn your laptop to the side and come off.
But I
We'll think about it more next
feedback
time.
because
Yeah, a little bit.
like, you need to be
Not even
disciplined.
that, maybe even just maybe.
It will be in a place soon,
And
guys.
it's a
I
topic
don't
that is
think we were
interesting.
talking over each other that much though, really. I don't.
No, we
It must
haven't.
sound. It must
No,
sound
but-
different on
Yeah.
Come on, sit on.
than
Very come
You know what I
on.
was just saying to Dom, yeah, I was just reminding him of something. In Nigeria, there's basically 4 occupations. Yeah? You're either a lawyer, yeah, you're either a doctor, or you're an
Yeah.
engineer, or you're a scientist. So when they're done taking...
Are you going live?
Yeah, I'm gonna start.
Oh,
It's just
One second, one second.
Yes.
You ran out of that drink what you had, so you put loads of stuff in
I'll
it.
tell you what.
What's happening now? What, my team? What is it? Wait. So you finish off my team with it?
Wow, man tries to correct me.
No. So what's this?
Just taste it.
Nah, you got to tell me what's in it first.
Cranberry.
They're not gonna hear it.
I'm all-
Okay, good.
That's it.
Cranberry, a little bit of lemonade.
Other people join, they're not gonna
Is
know.
it joining
And
us?
your eucalyptus stuff.
that's
It's nice, you know.
It's a circle. Yeah, it's a cheerleading.
Because
You guys think they're killing it by the minute?
It's real quick.
Make it up. They don't know what I know.
Alright,
It's a cocktail. Alright, depends what it's got in it.
That's right, bang, you know.
Guys.
That's right, 10. It kind of remind me of a thing I had in Greece called fucking Sunrise.
Not today. So we had a technical problem with the internet and I
What are you for doing that?
When I paid money for my ticket to go,
But hence why I'm saying the pressure got. It wasn't the pressure, but I felt really influenced to go to this amazing place. You see, when I got there, I was like, this is pretentious. I want to go home.
yeah.
It wasn't me. I didn't feel comfortable. Everyone was on some snooty thing and had to look a certain
What
way.
made you so? Are you telling me that the pressure is what made you book that flight and go?
It wasn't a pressure. It
Not
was
the
an
pressure, but the
influence. It was a
influence.
definite yes,
I'm
100%.
saying, did you not look into what you were going to?
100%. But you see, sometimes, just like anything, it always looks better on the package.
Oh, yeah,
You
definitely.
get me? The whole to everything.
Okay.
I'm a holiday person. I like going on holiday. I like going places.
Were you disappointed then?
When social media looked like it was the best holiday she had.
Yeah, wow.
Was that for the gram then, yeah? Was that for the gram?
Go on, let me hear Craig's alternative.
So my alternative view on that is, I love the look of Dubai.
Yeah.
Like not because of how people put it, it looks stunning.
It
The
does.
sunsets, the beaches, everything. It's beautiful. But for me, my pressure is in the polar opposite, as in I feel like I wouldn't fit in Dubai. I feel like I
I
couldn't
don't
cut
either.
it
Yeah.
to go to Dubai.
So
Because
this
I
is-
can't be walking the mall and buying Louis Vuitton whenever I feel like it.
I don't
Yeah, I thought about that as well. I
There's
thought about
River
that.
Island. There's River Island in there. There's everything.
Oh, that's good to know.
I was uncomfortable. You know what? Let me be
Really
honest. I was uncomfortable for the fact of, even though I like to have certain things, I am very down to earth. I stay in my lane
Yeah,
because I
yeah.
can't afford to go
Yeah.
over that. So I did my little 1-2 River Islands and that like I did. But you see, what I found amazing about Dubai is because it's the UAE and it's built up on different places. I found myself to Abu Dhabi, and then I found the beauty. And then I realized, yeah, Dubai's not it. Abu Dhabi was it. The beauty, like you said, the sunset, the water, the architecture.
Just
It
go a little
was
bit out.
amazing. Come out of your comfort and find what you like. Don't look at this and think that this is what you want to do. And that was my total biggest influence era of life. Because I spent about a year's worth of rent in Dubai. 100% stupid. And that's something I got to live with. Because, and I'll tell it proudly, because that was my era. Do you understand what I'm saying? So that's why I'm saying social influence got me hard when it comes to Dubai. You understand what I'm saying? But that was my thing. But alright then, let's bring the social into individuality. As KB said, let's talk about ourselves a little bit so you can know what's going on with personal. So kick off, my
Start
guy.
with me again. Start on that side.
Alright, Dom, let's start on you. You know what I mean? No, pink hat.
Nah, don't even mind. I'm into it.
We're just talking about yourself, how you fit in. We're all Bristol based.
I thought we were just doing a normal. I didn't even mean
No,
that.
a normal thing, a normal.
Alright, so me as a young child growing up, I always wanted to be different. My grandmother always said that, so just because your friends are walking into fire, you want to walk into that. That always stayed in my mind. And if everybody want to go to like maybe left, I want to go to right. And growing up, I realized it helped me more as an individual. It developed me more as well. And as you grow, certain things changed. People may see you for you're so like, and sometimes like I'm very vocal. If you piss me off, I'll talk to you right now. My friends didn't like it, but then some stayed and they're like, you have a sharp tongue, you know, when you're pissed off. But at the same time, I like it because you tell me that don't do this, don't do that, and I like it. Some will lie to you and be like, oh, it's alright. It's like going to the club. How do I look? Oh, you're okay, babe. Like, but meanwhile, you're not okay. So
I don't want to be your friend.
I didn't want to wear like the whole G-Star, like them eras, like the G-Star robe belt, the jacket. I used to hate that kind of stuff. I just wanted to be like comfortable, so I used to tell people like, listen, just be you, like do it, just do it.
Just do you. Nah, I like that.
Don't try and impress anybody because at the end of the day, life is too short. That what you die.
Why do you hate that stuff? Do you see people that do like G-Star? Does that represent a type of person?
It's not that. It's just like, I wouldn't say, it's just the following.
That's a good point.
It's like even right now, it's not just on clothes or anything like that. When there's a new film or a movie, like everyone's talking about it, I'm missing this, I will never watch it till maybe months later when everyone's talking about it. That way, because everybody wants to belong and be part of it.
That's what I was getting at earlier. Yeah.
To me, I like to be like, watch 21 is like paying attention to it. That way you can pick up details and stuff. So that's how I've always been. And like what he said, that he hasn't been influenced, I could say yes, but I know sometimes I'm like, oh. And he said to me, like, my mom, I think my uncle said to me, even if you come to me for an advice, and I give you my best advice, whether you take it or not, that end decision is still yours. So you still make that like last choice that you make. So.
Yeah. Hi, VVS, you?
Oh my god.
To be honest,
I thought it was going down the line still.
Are we going down the line? Let's go down the line.
I wasn't even saying it like that. With
No, say it what you're saying.
See,
This
when I
is your
said
turn.
earlier about flipping, just chat about ourselves a bit. I didn't actually mean like with the pressures. I just meant in general, like personally.
No, that's
Obviously
what
they
he
know
was
our
doing.
names, but they don't know us, innit?
No, that's what he was doing. He did
Oh, was
that.
it?
So you do
Oh.
your version of this. This is our time to be us.
Sounds
So
We're freestyling.
we're
You know what I
freestyling.
mean, anyway.
Do
But
you
yeah.
think?
Yeah, no, I hear what you're saying.
Basically, obviously they know me. I'm Cabes. I'm a good man. You know what I mean? 7 children.
Are you for real?
Yeah, I've got 7 children.
Wow.
7. How old are you? If you don't mind me asking.
How would you think that? That's always what I say. straight
Don't
away.
be too young to have 7 children.
31.
Over 30.
That's nice. You're there. 32 still.
Are we like the oldest ones here though?
Oh, he did kill me. But yeah, I'm a working man. I'm a plasterer and that. You know what I'm saying? I just live for my youth. And I try and get back as best as I can, you know what I mean?
I like that.
No, I like that. I like that. I like that.
Is that
Any
you?
questions,
Is any questions for our Rev?
So on it, he said like he lives for his children.
My children,
so at
yeah.
what point did you decide or realize that these are the people that you want to live for and nothing else nice?
That's a good one, you know? What you the lyrics?
To be honest, on the panel.
I think I've always lived for them in a certain way, but it wasn't as important to me as it was until about, in all honesty, 2-3 years ago.
Because your perspective and your experience and your age catches up on you. And
Yeah.
Growth. Yeah, real growth. Yeah.
And the reason why I asked is like obviously, even in movies or whatever, real life, you hear parents say now, like do it quickly so that you can have time for yourself. Like kids are awake. So when you say that, it makes me feel like wow, that's actually kind of deep from your point of view because some parents want to like take a break and also live their life. Do you understand? And so yeah.
But you know why I say 2-3 years ago is because I feel like I was living my life while I had my children, so it's kind of like a bit of a joke, isn't it?
But don't you think you should do both? Or
I don't know.
They need
because I got so much. Because I got
They
so
need to
much.
come up
Yeah,
with
I
a
feel
higher
like I got to work twice as hard out there.
I respect that a lot.
Yeah, no, you see with me, I got 5. I got 5 kids.
So many.
But you just told me you got 7.
Is that all?
Hold on.
I thought it was more.
See, I got 5, but I know with you it's different, innit? Because I swear you've got one of your child live with you, innit?
Yeah.
Understand? Now, none of my children live with me, but I always got to make sure I've got time for them when they come around. If you don't make time for your kids, especially when they need you, somebody else is going to take them under their wing and influence them in the wrong way. Whenever they come to you, I have to try and be there whenever. So whenever I've had any little discrepancy with any one of my children's mums, I always try and contact them differently and say, listen, anytime you need daddy, anytime you need me, just come. You know my address, my house is your house. My door's open to my kids any time of day.
Yeah.
Just make sure you just come and vent anything that you need to vent to me. You have to be there for them. You have to be there for them. And that's what I try and do now. As much as whatever else I have to do, I make sure I just try and be there for my kids as much as I can. This is the main focus nowadays.
Alright, now you're talking, you can do a little introduction. We've got 15 minutes, so let's wrap up ourselves at the end of our little first show, so go on.
Yeah, well, I was just saying, innit?
You are who?
I'm Jas, yeah. And I'm talking about my kids. Because that's my main focus of today. I feel my most pressures around my kids. Anything I have to do or anything that I do nowadays is for my kids first and foremost. If I want to buy something new for myself, well, I'll make sure that I get them something first. Do you understand? Because I can't be looking much better than my children.
I give it all to them.
There's so much times I've gone without. So much times I've gone without from the kids. And this is the main thing. This is what I'm doing now. I just live for my kids. Live for my children and try and be the best that you can be for them.
Alright, now Vivi.
Alright. So yeah, I'm VVS. I do management.
Sorry, what type of management?
Music management. But I try and push Bristol in it. I just try and push Bristol in the music scene and try and get us out there. There's so much talent. There's so much in Bristol. But it's for some reason, we've never got nowhere, and it's mad. And now that I've got into this industry, it's like I realise how easy it is for everyone, like for Bristol to be heard.
Yeah.
So all I'm doing now, obviously I do my management. I got my artists. My artists they're the thing, like you get me. Like my artists are good.
Are you saying there's no people coming from Bristol that are really famous and made it?
Yeah, but
there's that massive attack.
Massive attack. But
Tricky made his own genre.
But listen, they've not made no platform for us.
No, because this is a different genre. It's a whole completely different.
No, but it
they've
doesn't
got
matter.
they've got a platform for themselves.
No,
they made it, but they came out
I
of
disagree.
Bristol.
I disagree. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. If you make it out of the industry, if you make it, you see certain things that we can't see. And when you see them, it's so easy. Like, bro, let me just give these people these gems so you can just do what you got to do with your talent. And it's like building a platform. Right now, all I do is go to anyone that's into music and just try and push them. You know what I'm saying? I don't know everything, but I just try and give them what I can. You know what I'm saying? And I just want Bristol to win, innit? So I just want Bristol to be heard. Like, it's not even in a thing where it's not even a thing where I'm being biased because it's my city. I honestly.
But there's nothing wrong with that.
Have you got no children?
I've got no kids yet.
What, don't you see children in your future?
Yeah. That will come soon, man. That will come.
But are you more career driven first?
I missed so much years of my life. Let me
explain
explain something. Yeah, I did 10 years in prison. Yeah, so obviously I missed 10 years. All my 20s is gone. Yeah, I didn't see my 20s.
And does it literally feel like that's time stopped? Is that what it feels like to do that long in prison? Did
you come out thinking? Did you come out feeling like you was 21 still mentally?
Oh, but I don't feel. Like, I'm 34 years old. I do not feel 34 at all. Yeah, I know that. I know I probably act younger, like immature. But it's just I've had 10 years frozen. Like, you know what I'm trying to say? I see everything through a TV or hearing on a visit. Like, you know what I'm trying to say? So obviously, but I'm fully aware of myself. You know what I'm trying to say? Like, I don't know, man. I'm out here. I'm just trying to build, innit? I'm just trying to do what I can do. And this came my way. I was a gas engineer before I started my the management. Like, I came out on road and like just literally 360 my life, innit? You know.
I see.
I worked from the week I got out. I was straight into work. I wasn't playing, like, you know what I'm trying to say. And so then when this opportunity come, I ain't got passion for that. I'll be real, I ain't got passion for no gas engineering or this and that, but I was doing it because I'm trying to better my life. But when I see an opportunity like this and I know I can invest in it and it will come back tenfold, I'm gonna do it.
Who gave you that opportunity? Who gave you that opportunity?
Do you know who gave me that opportunity? It was two people, yeah? It was my brethren called Fifth, he's from London, you get me? And DV, you know DV?
Yeah.
The artist? He's the one that come to me and asked me to be his manager. That I didn't intend to be anyone's manager.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? I did a little favour for him and he wanted me to be his manager, you know what I'm saying? And so he's the guy.
And that's how it just stemmed from.
Yeah, and then I had other artists, and like now I've got artists that push me to the max. You know what I'm trying to say? Don't ever get it twisted and think VVS is just me, because it's not. You know what I'm saying? Don't think my artists don't play a part in the business. You know what I'm trying to say? Like, don't think like we're a team and we're a family, you know what I'm saying? And but when you see me, like, just see them as well in it, because they put a lot of work in. You know what I'm trying to say? So yeah, man.
Pick it. Sorry.
Yeah, man. Keep pushing.
I like that. I'm not even gonna lie. Nick. Who are you? What you're about?
Mostly at the moment, children, because like what you were saying earlier about the you know, how would you advise your kids, and I said how it changes. So because I've had them with each decade.
Oh, wow.
So I was a teenager, then I had one in my 20s, and I had a couple in my 30s. And it changes, and there's a lot of guilt involved with being a parent as well, and you just think, oh, you should be doing more, you should have done it this way, you should have done it that way. So at the moment, I'm just trying to do things the right way.
No, but there is no
I know.
To bring up a child, what is the right or wrong way? You just do your best.
Not in terms of bringing them up, there isn't a right way or wrong way, but I think there's a right way to behave, talk, act, influence your children, and that changes as time goes on, and I'm a lot better at it now.
I think there is no right or wrong, because your way isn't necessarily my way and my way isn't yours, but none of ours doesn't need to be right or wrong. That's how I see it. But I respect what you're saying.
But do you see what I mean?
Yeah, I do.
You know, when your oldest son was like younger, and the way you thought then and your perspective then was different.
100.
So now, do you feel like you're able to give him more?
Do you know what it is?
And it's more. Like, I don't know.
I don't want to cut into your bit,
no,
but I feel like we grow with our children, especially when we have them young. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. But if I was to have my time around, I would probably wait so I could acknowledge, like, know
I say that to people all the time
before I got into children.
And that's how I advise younger
females. You can never know
females.
too much or too little, I feel. But I feel like I would have waited just to know be a bit more
because it helps.
It helps.
And I say that to when I say that to younger girls all the time. There is no rush, and I try to explain that because, you know, like when you were younger, people used to say that to us as well. Oh, don't rush into it. You've got plenty of time, but they never really explained why it wasn't going to rush. I sit there and tell them a big long story. That I think I'm pissing them off, but they actually seem quite grateful to hear it.
So this is what this is for. This is for over 30s. We have opinions. We have perspectives. Sorry. So this is what this is for. So I'm not saying everyone always got to talk from experience, but you see, our opinion, it does matter and it is valid to some people. You understand what I'm saying? And we're all, like, from the diversity that we come from, that we all have a part.
And we want to be relatable.
We want to be relatable.
Like,
do you understand what I'm saying?
And stuff.
So as I go there, Miss Posh, tell us what you said.
Right.
Well,
Easy peasy, my name is Posh, and I'm an entertainer. That's what I like to call myself.
So no breakdancing?
Yeah, what's up?
I got you.
You want to dance off? Are we dancing off? Or no?
Oh, you're gonna dance off?
Dance off, Alright, but I call myself an entertainer because I just believe in entertaining people, irrespective of what it is, dancing, putting up an event, supporting someone's music, so long as you sound nice. I would go the extreme for you. That's just me in general.
Same feather as
So, but basically for Bristol, what I've been trying to do really and truly is promoting the Afrobeat scene and pushing it to the peak as I can get it to with my strength or anyone who is involved.
Isn't that scene booming in Bristol anyway?
No,
I think it is.
Wasn't there an event the other day?
That's what I'm saying.
I was supposed to do it on Sunday, but cancelled.
So basically, this is
There
what
was
it
an event
is.
on the weekend, didn't it? All day or something like that.
This is what it is.
Where was that?
The Afrobeat
Scotch,
scene in Bristol is shite.
No, it is still.
It is shite.
Compare.
You go London.
We have
You go
one
London.
successful.
Yeah, but when you go London, there's something for everything.
No, we got
Yeah,
one
I heard it.
successful Afrobeat show, and me being humble, that's not even me.
Mm.
And that's for the whole of Bristol.
What's the Afrobeat show?
Afrobeat's Friday.
Where do I watch
Do you know what?
That's the only hands-on down Afrobeat show you can tell me
Is
about.
that Bar 48?
Yeah.
Because
Because even people like me, when I come in, I'm still struggling
Rave.
for venue.
Oh,
Because some
okay.
places are
Decent.
exclusive now to some certain people.
Right.
So it's like I still make all these huddles, and it's like I do this with my own bees. So it's really for the passion for me. It's nothing else. And I'm not child-driven, marriage-driven, all of that. I'm just career-driven. I've been like this since I was young. My dad is fed up.
Can I ask a question?
Yeah.
So what, do you do events in it?
Yeah.
So
I do events.
she was just saying you do is it a rave in Bar? Was it Bar?
No, she doesn't actually do it.
But there is a.
But there is one.
What's it called? And it's called
Afrobeats Friday, but
Friday.
for what I do is I'm called 1405 Entertainment, and so
Sorry, what's
it's
that
like 1405.
Okay.
Yeah, it's just a mixture of my partner and my date of birth. Yeah, nothing serious. So what we try to do is we just put up events, try and get people. At the moment, we work with vibes. We don't work with numbers because, like I said, even some things that we have to do are kind of watered down. If I probably play straight on Afrobeat for like 5-10 minutes, not everyone is going to be there. So we try inculcate that vibe because we're not trying to give you a watered down Afrobeat. We're trying to
give you what you need.
Give you what you understand.
So why do you
purity?
Why do you feel that? Why do you feel like if you play the raw thing, that it won't get the crop that it needs? Why do you feel that way?
Because so far that's been the hardest job.
How much that? Sorry?
So far that's been the hardest job.
So what you saying you've done the raise and it's just you haven't got the numbers because you
Not the
feel
numbers. I feel that what is being played deserves.
It's so your audience.
We've brought Naira Marley down. We've brought the biggest artists down from even Mayoko. There was a couple of guys we done this with. We've brought like some major Nigerian artists here, and it's like some people don't even want to pay through the door. Do you understand what I'm saying? But they'll rather pay 60 quid up in London, and they'll rather pay for that petrol all the way to London, and then get a place to sleep all the way in London.
So then they need to find a way to be able to direct it.
So I've been here for what 7-8 years. So
but with all
I still-
due
I still
respect,
push it,
sometimes you
yeah.
just gotta. If that's the case, sometimes you just gotta change your methods. You know what I'm trying to say?
100%.
And try other things.
Which is why
You know what I'm saying?
lockdown was a major sort of great news.
Yeah.
For me, do you understand? It was great news to get a new clique
Yeah.
change because again you meet all these people as well in and you don't know what to do with it. So lockdown was a good thing to go back, replan, rephase. I can gladly say last year I didn't have a personal DJ. In the midst of lockdown I found a personal resident DJ. So it's like when everything is back open, the new melody is ready. I just hope everyone.
You heard it first, Instagram. You heard it first. Right.
1905.
Carrie, go girl.
I'm just gonna relate mine to, I guess, the topic that we went with, the pressures of social media and things like that. For me personally, So at the moment I'm working from home. I'm still at home. It's been over a year. It's traumatizing, I'll be honest. It's not.
What do you do if you
something
don't mind me
that
asking?
I work for Computer Share, so I'm taking calls every day. But like for me, and I'm hoping this will relate to many people, like we're all stuck in this rut where we've been at home for so long now. Like I was on furlough, then I was made redundant, then I had to get another job. I got bills to pay. Simple as that. And it wasn't as easy, and I didn't get something I ideally wanted, but I've got bills to pay. So
Anything could have done.
yeah, exactly that. So for me, there's no work-life balance at the moment. So life is kind of out of balance as a whole in terms of like separating your home life, work life, social life. There isn't really any separation.
There isn't.
And
that's important.
Yeah, 100%. And I think it's it's affected people in ways that they can't really articulate or explain.
100%.
Like we're oblivious to it, I think, in some ways as well, because this is a whole new experience, brand new for everybody. But in terms of social media, like we've had a whole heap of time at home to do nothing but be on social media. So I'm not going to sit here and say I'm not influenced. I'm not going to sit here and say that I don't look at something and think, okay, I would like that. But for me personally, and I really do think it's because of my age, I'm able to separate the fact that, okay, that looks good. Those Balenciagas look good. Those red bottoms look good. That outfit looks good. But I'm not going to break the bank for that. I don't need that. I will, hands up, say, I will go Pretty Little Thing. I don't give a fuck. Like, I don't care the prices they bring out. I'll be honest. I don't boo.
Can I ask you a question? Like, if you was, let's say you was like very well off, yeah, you saying you wouldn't wear those things?
Yes.
I wouldn't.
You liar.
No,
do you know what? Come on, let's be real. Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that. If you see some we rock the slickest stuff, big beats.
On a standard thing.
If mine could, man would. If mine could, man would. Raw's day, simple as that.
That is you though.
Big plot of land back in Africa, bare acres in the. By a lion and empty them.
Let's speak.
Yeah, sorry.
I hear what you're saying, and I understand that a lot of people will think if I had that financially, I would live that life. But for me, I've not been raised on it. I've never lived in it to miss it. So I'm not sitting here thinking,
Can I ask you a question?
I'm not sitting here thinking, okay, I really need that because I've never had it. I don't think I need it. I've lived without it, so why do I need to
Nah, you
live
should
it?
hear that. Can I just ask you a question? So, boom, if you had like straight 600 trillion pounds, what are you gonna do? You're just gonna go chill. You're just gonna go. Yeah, just go for it. What are you gonna do? Just go with
that is your mindset.
Are you just gonna still chill where you are now? Like, you know, you're still gonna get a job. Like, what are you gonna do?
I'm not.
What are you gonna do? You're gonna get that car straight off the back. So you could go drive around to find your yard, your new yard. Your new yard, you get me?
It all comes naturally.
Let's just be
It all comes naturally. If you got set amount of money and you're rich or whatever.
That's why I said to her, if she had it, do you think you might try?
Oh, it's time to go.
No, but it's not even.
Alright, wait,
like, you know what I'm saying?
No wait.
It was the offer to you.
Yeah, just stop. Yeah, it's time to go. Let her.
Is it? Okay.
Sorry, Caves.
That's fine, that's cool.
Are you done or you want to wrap it up?
No. I'm not done. No. I understand you, I do. And I get it. And I get that you can look at society right now and say if you handed someone £1 million, they go straight to Gucci, straight to Louis V, straight to all of this Balenciaga, they would go there. But me, no. I want a home here. I want my mum to have a home here. I want my family to have this and that. I'm not going to go and spend money and live a life that I've never lived because I feel like I have the money to do so.
Do you know what? What I think he was trying to say, just say you had all of those things in place and you were sat comfortably and then you seen those.
You see a nice little Birkin bag. Little bit of Birkin bag. You understand?
I get that.
Come on, you're gonna buy a Birkin. You're gonna buy a Birkin.
I would never buy a Birkin.
If you had 600 trillion pounds, you're gonna buy a Birkin.
27 DKNY bags and be happy.
Come on, I think this is a lie. I've had enough.
Wait.
I think that's a lie. I think that's the biggest lie.
You're right. I can say something.
They're buying Birkin bags with 600 trillion.
Hold a minute. I think that's your mindset. Now I hear that. I believe that. What I'm saying is
I fucking
Exactly.
would.
I don't
So
know how
you
to
don't know.
act
You might
that
get a
way.
couple million
But
pounds or whatever, or you might get a
But your
10 grand or something,
your
and you might start.
Be that.
My
You know,
immediate
like
thought is
you
not
see
that.
what it's actually and you like it, and like that's.
Can I just say something? Can I just say something? Hold on, because we have got to wrap it up and we got 2 more people to talk. But here, what you see, what's going to change for me more than anything? My food choices. Yeah,
I'm gonna go up as well.
Big shop.
Hey, you're gonna
I'm wrong. My taste buds is
Nah,
high.
man, it's home cooking, innit?
I want some a la carte shit.
That's the best thing. Home
You like home
cooking.
cooking? Nah, I got you there.
Come on.
But I would do like big shop and M&S. That's what I'm saying.
That's
Big
what
shop
I'm
and M&S, not big shop and M&S.
Right, come on, alright then, Dom, let's do it. Quick, let's wrap this up.
Alright everyone, so
Sorry.
I'm Dominic. Some people call me DNA. Basically, I am a sports performance and also do injury rehabilitation, anything to do with sports physio, sports therapy, and work with footballers. And like someone said, the lockdown was more like a blessing, the same way it was for me. It was a blessing in disguise. Just went out to the field and started doing my own thing, and then boom, Bristol was playing. So yeah, like, oh, can you train us?
Hey!
Well done.
It kind of like gave me more like sort of like I knew what I wanted to do, but that cemented it. I was like, that's it. So I also don't want to do anything that I don't feel comfortable. I've left some jobs because of the money.
100%.
Like I would literally, I will leave friendships and stuff that makes me feel uncomfortable. If I don't like it, I don't care about you.
That's how it goes, bro.
It's what I like to do. People always ask like, how? Like, I don't care about the money it's gonna bring in now, but it's like I told them the vision I see. You're not me. You don't see it, so I don't need to stress to explain to you.
That's it.
You understand? So I like this, by the way, and I feel like how we're developing ourselves. Like I asked him a question: at what point did he realize that he lives for his kids? I know that is growth, and from day one to probably now, there's still more learning that we're going to be doing every day of our lives. So still more learning that we're going to be doing every day of our lives.
Oh yes, every day is a lesson.
And this is why I'm going to wrap it and say this is why my main focus of doing this is I'm Crystal, I'm Empress, Crystal on Instagram.
Can I
Crystal like the
can I say
champagne?
something?
Yeah, you can.
Because obviously, like, you know what I'm saying? I gotta do it still, sorry. Basically, shout out my barber.
Go for it. Oh my God, shoot your shot in 2021, shoot your shot. Brown cuts, fish cuts road. Brown cuts, fish cuts road. Shout out my guy. Good Lord, yeah, come on, you gotta pick him up. Shout out my guy, Edibles. I love him for that. So no, but I'm saying this. The reason why we're doing this is because...
Oh yeah, I'm my Insta Rev Real Rap.
No.
I just snap too.
Add him up. So what I'm saying is the reason why we're doing this is because we are Bristol based. We do have stuff to say. We do have, you know, we got visions. We got things to say. We got perspective. We've got a lot going on down here. And the reason why I'm doing this personally for myself is because I feel like I want to be heard. This is a platform for myself, and I want to share it with people like-minded myself. So big up everybody for sharing this with me.
Big up everyone here.
And again, thank you, and sorry for the teething problems we've had. This is our first one, so I hope you can stay with us. I hope you can grow with us, because it's a today thing. I'm looking to take this with me. I'm taking this on the road. You will see these faces again. And from everyone, from The Reasoning,
peace out!
Bless.